Rosh Pina. Rosh Pinna is a town of approximately 2,800 people located in the Upper Galilee on the eastern slopes of Mount Kna'an in the Northern District of Israel. The town with the current name was founded in 1882 by 30 families who immigrated from Romania, making it one of the oldest Zionist settlements in Israel. It was preceded at the same location by the settlement of Gei Oni, established by local Jews from Safed in 1878, which had been, however, almost fully abandoned by 1882. In 2005, Rosh Pinna had a population of 2,400. Geography. Rosh Pina is located north of the Sea of Galilee, on the eastern slopes of Mount Kna'an, approximately 2 kilometers east of the city of Safed, 420 meters above sea level, latitude north 32 degrees 58, longitude east 35 degrees 31. North of Rosh Pina is Lake Hula, which was a swamp area drained in the 1950s. History. Rosh Pina was one of the first modern Jewish agricultural settlements in history of the land of Israel, then part of the Turkish Ottoman Empire. Rosh Pina was established near the Arab village of Gei Oni. In 1883, it became the first Jewish settlement in the land of Israel to come under the patronage of the Baron Edmund James de Rothschild. Gei Oni was founded in 1878 by Jews from Safed, some of whom were descended from Spanish Jews exiled in 1492. However, most of the original 2 to 3 dozen families left after 3 years of drought, though 3 families remained: Keller, Friedman, and Schwartz. A year later, in 1882, a group of Romanian Jews, most of them coming from Moinosti and led by Moshe David Shuv, joined the 3 families of Gei Oni, enlarged the village, and renamed it Rosh Pina, as per Psalm chapter 118 verse 22. The stone which the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Moshe David Shuv had been sent ahead to find and purchase an appropriate piece of land for the colonists. Born as Mos David Yankovici in Palestine, he became known as Shuv, a Hebrew abbreviation of the name of his profession. Read Shoshe Bodek, butcher and examiner. Shuv has the Hebrew meaning of once again or return, an allusion to the main principle of Zionism. Lawrence Oliphant collected funds for the settlement from Christadelphians and other sympathizers in Britain. He wrote about his visit to Rosh Pina in 1886. Jorna, which was the name of the village to which I was bound, was situated about 3 miles from Safed, in a gorge, from which, as we descended it, a magnificent view was obtained over the Jordan Valley, with the Lake of Tiberias lying 3,000 feet below us on the right, and the waters of Merom, or the Lake of Haller, on the left. The intervening plain was rich expanse of country, only waiting development. The new colony had been established about 8 months, the land having been purchased from the Muslim villages, of whom 20 families remain, who lived on terms of perfect amity with the Jews. These consisted of 23 Romanian and 4 Russian families, numbering in all 140 souls. The greater number were hard at work on the potato patches when I arrived, and I was pleased to find evidences of thrift and industry. A row of 16 neat little houses had been built, and more were in process or erection. Altogether, this is the most hopeful attempt at a colony which I have seen in Palestine. The colonists own about 1,000 acres of excellent land, which they were able to purchase at from $3 to $4 an acre. The Russians are establishing themselves about half half a mile from the Romanians, as Jews of different nationalities easily get on well together. They call the colony Rosh Pina, or head of the corner, the word occurring in the verse, "The stone which the builders rejected." The same has become the head of the comer. Eventually the village had to be saved financially by Baron Edmund James de Rothschild, who then imposed his economic concept on the colonists. Discovery of wild emmer. Botanist Aaron Aronson, while trekking around Rosh Pina during his 1906 field trip, discovered wild-growing emmer, whom he considered to be the mother of wheat, an important find for agronomists and historians of human civilization. Geneticists have proven that wild emmer is indeed the ancestor of most domesticated wheat strands cultivated on a large scale today, with the exception of durum wheat. Einkorn, a different ancient species, is currently just a relict crop. Education. Rosh Pina had the first Hebrew school in 1899. Transportation. Ben Yaakov Airport is located 2.1 kilometers away from Rosh Pina. Medical facilities. The Mifna Center, which means turning point, a program for the treatment of autism spectrum disorder, is situated in Rosh Pina. Landmarks. Mitzpeh Yamim, a world-class spa, is located on a mountainside in Rosh Pina. Amenities include a range of health and cosmetic treatments, an art gallery where guests can view artists at work, art workshops, and an organic garden. The House of Dignitaries is a structure built in 1882 and used as a center of administration and finance for Rosh Pina and other towns in the Galilee region. For this building, a loudspeaker was used to broadcast the local news. An ancient synagogue, which was commissioned by the Baron, also has been preserved. The Meir House was the home of Professor Gideon Meir, an expert on malaria, epidemiologist and an important contributor to the eradication of malaria in the 1930s. The house presents a room dedicated to his memory and an exhibit of ancient items from various periods, such as old plows, laboratory equipment and textbooks. Piker House provides an audio-visual presentation that tells the story of Rosh Pina. Piker House served as an administrative center and residence for Baron Rothschild's clerks, advisors, and agricultural counselors. The Baron Rothschild Gardens. The gardens were designed by a French landscape architect and planted in 1886. Many plants such as bougainvillea and pine trees were brought from France. The grave of Honi Hammargul, a Jewish scholar, is located on the outskirts of Hatzor Haglalit, a few kilometers from Rosh Pina. Nimrod Lookout, a green spot with water views as seen from the viewpoint flowing through it, facing the landscapes of the Hula Valley. The Golan Heights and Mount Hermon will be built in the Pioneers National Restoration Site in Old Rosh Pina. Notable residents: Meir Dagan, a former Director General of Mossad. Amy Asaf, politician. Ehud Benai, singer and songwriter. Anna Meir Kamis, political and human rights activist.